your boy Robert Bob TV Brown with the Rob Report, the real Rob Report on the GO. Well, Bloomberg says Miami mayor calls for a national mask mandate ahead of Trump trip. Not to mention Joe Biden is talking the same crap. You want to make it a mandate for people to put on a mask. So what you going to do? Make it a mandate for people to wear sneakers? Make it a mandate that everybody drink kale and banana juice? Guys, stop trying to control what people do, okay? If somebody want to be foolish and don't wear a mask, that's their behind. You make sure you have a mask on so their foolish germs can't get on yours. But if they want to go around and risk their lives trying to catch something, let them fools do that. Trying to get them to mandate something like this. Let's read this thing. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez said a national or state level mask mandate would have obvious benefits, making the declaration on a week where President Donald Trump is expecting to visit South Florida. To me, it's no different than requiring somebody to wear a seatbelt when they drive their car. Dude, you're going to always have cars with you. You're going to always have seatbelts with you. But pandemics and epidemics and viruses will go away. There will be technology to deal with this stuff. There will be medication to deal with stuff. Matter of fact, there is medication to deal with stuff. There is a medication that deal with this stuff right now. You get tested. If you're positive, get the early treatment. There is early treatment for it. It's called zinc. Hydroxychloroquine aids the zinc to go into the cell to kill the body. This is science. This is medical proof now. This has been studied. This has been reviewed. This has been peer reviewed. That is why the WHO had to retract. That is why Lancet had to retract. So there's treatment for this. But for you to mandate everybody to wear a freaking mask, are you out your mind? Well, let's keep reading this. It's not a guarantee to save your life, but it dramatically increases your chances. Talking about the seatbelts. Yeah, but cars you're going to always have with you. We don't expect, even though we have, so for every sickness and disease that come out here, we need to get a mask. I need to wear a mask if you have the common cold. I need to wear a mask if you got allergies. I got to always walk around with a mask because somebody got something like that. Dude, there are already mask mandates in Miami and Miami-Dade, the surrounding counties. President Trump has mostly declined to wear a mask in public. You want to know why Trump is not wearing a mask in public? I understand people are going to follow the leader. But if they're going to follow the leader, they got to understand what Trump is going through. Trump is actually participating in a trial. He haven't told you about it. A trial that they're doing at NYU Langone and various hospitals called prophylacting yourself when you are an essential worker. And some of the studies are starting to come out that you can prophylact yourself. I know some of you don't want to agree with this, but look it up. Oh, don't believe me. Just look it up. Look up NYU Langone. Look up Northwell Hospital. Look up Eastern Medical College of Virginia. They even have a regimen that you can use to prophylact yourself, because the studies have shown that their nurses and doctors are doing very well prophylacting themselves. They still wear a mask, but they see that the Curtisin and zinc in the place of hydroxychloroquine and zinc is doing fine for them. Some of them are actually using hydroxychloroquine and zinc, but some of them are using Curtisin as a substitute because some people are freaked out because of what the media did on the subject of hydroxychloroquine. But it's the zinc that kills the virus. It's not the hydroxychloroquine. Suarez said that the expected death rise in COVID-19 cases spread in Florida and Miami-Dade. COVID-19 patient in interstate care unit climbed to another record Wednesday. Overall, Suarez said that he was seeing a lot of disturbing numbers. Now, here's my commentary on this. Stop trying to force people to do something that's going to save lives. So I guess you're going to try to mandate that I look both ways before I cross? No, that's an advice before I cross the street. Yeah, but if you look both ways before you cross the street and you wait, your chances of survival increases. If somebody want to stop trying to control people's life, stop it. It doesn't work. That's why they call you libtards and crazies and nutsos. No, me personally, don't mandate it. All I need to do is be educated on the benefits of a mask and then give me that opportunity to wear it. I was educated on the benefits of a seatbelt. Some people still don't wear a seatbelt. Some states, they do have it where you'll get a ticket if you don't get a seatbelt. But you got to understand, seatbelts are long term. Seatbelts are long term. Viruses, disease, sickness, it's not going to always be long termed a death thing. Why? Because we got treatment for it. You get sick, or if you find out you are sick, or you find out you are positive, you can get early treatment. There is early treatment available for you. You can talk to your doctor about it to see if you get it. If you find out you're COVID positive, talk to your doctor about the Zelenko protocol. It is working well in New York. You wonder why the numbers in New York are going down. It's because we're doing some great things here. We got we were the epicenter. We were the epicenter of the COVID crisis. And we got our hospital rates are lowered, over 90%. Our transmission rate is 0.8%. We're trying to get it down to 0.3, which is pretty much, you can go back to normal when you get it down to 0.3. We have medication for it. They got the steroids, they got the antibodies, but most important, the Zelenko protocol is keeping people out of the hospital, keeping them off the ventilator. The people take the protocol for a certain amount of days. It depends on your doctor and all that. And they're COVID cleared in 10 days on average. In 10 days, COVID clear. Now, does that mean you're not going to get it again? Who knows? You may get it again. You may not. You may be immune to it. But the fact of the matter is, the regimen of Dr. Zelenko is killing the virus. It's the zinc that kills the virus. And yes, you can use zinc before you get it. But the thing about the zinc is the zinc needs a way to get into the blood cells. So you just taking zinc is not going to be alone. That's like having a gun with no bullets or a bullet without a gun. The two work together. Okay, so two work together. The hydroxychloroquine is the battering ram that opens up the door to the cell. The zinc goes in and kill all the viruses. The azithromycin comes in and clean up the infected area just like a hitman. That's how simple it is. So these people are taking this to the extreme. You need to do this. You need to do that to stop the transmission. You want to stop the transmission? Get treated. Get tested and get treated. Get tested, get treated, we get back to normal. It's that simple. Get tested, get treated, get back to normal. If you got it, go home. If you got it, try to ride it out for 14 days. You might because most people are going to get rid of it on its own within a certain amount of days. The virus can't stay in the body forever. It dies unless it gets the upper hand. But most people can, most people can handle them being positive. It's the people who have extreme situations that need to be looked at. Those people immediately, once you get affected with COVID virus and you know you're positive and you got those preconditions, ask your doctor about the early treatment of Dr. Zelenko. Just ask him about it. I'm not telling you I'm not a doctor or nothing like that, but at least inquire about it. And if you say it's good for you, it's better than waiting till it builds up in you and you end up on a ventilator, because your chances of survival is desperately low once you get to that route. Now, in the case of NYU Langone, they cut down their rate 50% with those 3 regimens for people who are coming off the streets into the hospital. The people who are coming off the streets into the hospital, their transmission, the people who are coming off the street into the hospital that's taking those meds, the rates of them defeating this thing is over almost 50%. Now, those who do it early, the rates of defeating that thing is in the 90s. In the 90s, if you can, once you find out you got it and it gets serious, where you can't breathe or something like that, once you take that medication, excuse me, ambulance, I'm in Jersey. Once you take the protocol, the bottom line is, We don't have to go to these extreme measures. Wear your mask, be courteous, wear the mask to keep your germs off other people. I wear my mask because I got allergies. Number one, if I cough and sneeze, the first thing you're going to think is, oh, that nigga got COVID. That Negro got COVID. Sorry, I'm demonetized. That Negro got COVID. Nah, it's just allergies, bro. It's just allergies. And even if I did, if you had a mask on, you don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about it. And if you did that to me, because if you cough on me, and you ain't got no... if you cough on me and I ain't got no mask, I don't know what might happen. I don't know what might happen. You know, but look, I asked for it. If you cough on me and I got sick, I asked for it. That's just it. I asked for it. You know, because I didn't have a mask on. Folks, wear your mask. We don't need to mandate jack. Stop that mess. Don't mandate it. You're trying to take control of people's lives, okay? And people, when you wear your mask, have it all the way over your nose and mouth. Having it under your mouth is not going to help you because the virus can get in through your nose. Most of the time, it does get through the nose. And when you cough, if you're going to have your mask on, try to cough. If you're not going to have a mask on, try to cough with your mouth closed. I mean, there's certain things you can do. Certain things you can do. Certain things you could do. Donald Trump, junior girlfriend was one of those people that I'm not going to wear one. And now she got it. Keisha Lance Bottom, the mayor of Atlanta, got it. Eventually, everybody's going to, 9 times out of 10, most people's going to get it. The caveat is, if you do, don't freak out, as Jimmy Dore say. Don't freak out. There is a medication. It's not a death sentence. Now, people get on Trump about this, and you know, Trump need to kind of watch his mouth. Trump don't know how to talk, so why y'all let that man rile y'all up? You know where he getting at. I know where he's getting at. And I'm not even a Trump fan. But people, because he don't know how to talk, people going to take his word as gospel. Most people that get affected with this, rise it out. Most people that get affected. Now, most people not going to catch it. At least I was told mostly everybody's going to catch it. But according to CDC, the chance of you getting it is not 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. The chance of you dying is not 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, especially if you're within a certain age range. But this is what I say. Assume you're going to get it. Be prepared that you become COVID positive. Once you do, the next step is go see your doctor. If you got pre-existing condition, ask your doctor about the different methods that you can, or directions you can take right now. If he don't tell you about the Dr. Zelenko protocol, ask about the Zelenko protocol and see if it's safe for you. And get a second or third opinion because your life depends on it. Most people, if you're young, you can ride it out. 7 to 14 days, ride it out. You're going to be miserable. According to the studies, you're going to be miserable. But most of those people, according to the studies, ride it out. Most are asymptomatic, have it, and don't even have any kind of symptoms. And they ride it out. Some people, they get miserable, have some symptoms, fever, flu, headache, yet they still ride it out. But there's a select few that's really, really going to go through some hard times. They probably have problem breathing, catch pneumonia and things like that. That's why I say ask your doctor about the Zelenko protocol if you have pre-existing conditions. And if you start getting those symptoms, ask them about the Dr. Zelenko protocol. Just inquire about it. I'm not a doctor. This is not professional advice. Just ask about it. How do I know? Because I asked about it. A lot of other people asked about it. 10 of my friends asked about it. We all are fine now. We all are fine now. Dr. Zelenko protocol is keeping people out of the hospital and keeping them off the ventilator. He treated over 2,000 people and only lost 2. That is incredible. So we don't need to be going to the extremes of, hey, I need to wear a mask. If you're not, you're going to get a ticket. You're going to get locked up. You can't get on the train. Now, I want you to wear a mask. It'll be it'd be very nice that you do. Why? Because I don't want your germs getting on me. And I wear a mask because I got my germs. I don't want my germs to get on you. And I saw this post about something that people who say stuff like that, you just fell for the narrative. Stop with this narrative stuff. The mask is proven to work. In New York, because most people wear the mask, the transmission rate has went dramatically down. It wasn't because they had a mask, because they took the mask off. Our transmission rate is because we had a mask on. And the reason that is effective is because we didn't have the treatment. We didn't have early treatment. We didn't have late treatments. But now we do. Now we do have the early treatment. You can put yourself in a position where we can start getting back to normal. And again, to me, it's simple. Get back to normal is get the early treatment. Get treated early once you find out. Get treated early. That way it's out of your body. You can get back to work. If everybody follow that regimen, they'll be fine. We can get back to normal. We ain't got to do all this crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm Robert Brown with the Rob Report. I know I talked your ear off. I'll holler at you later, babies. Peace.